Well, research is vital, I believe, as far as the development of agricultural products. Farmers care about research because it's the way that they sort the real from the fake and the real technology from the hype. This is how they sort these things out.
We base our research on the foundation of good experimental procedure. In other words, replication, duplication, and looking at different rates and so forth so that we can see if there is a trend. We have to be able to show ourselves, and once we show ourselves how to use the product, then we can tell our customers.
We start out listening to a farmer's needs or the industry's needs, and we get a new idea for a product.
So then to fulfill our mission to perfect those technologies is where we start to set projects in place to make sure that the development of that product is right, that it's pristine, that it's perfect, that it's good, it's easy to use, it's flexible, it's soluble, it does not ask the farmer to change the way they farm. And so we set the direction of that product development and the research surrounding it, improving it hundreds of times is what we try to do here at Agnition.
So we have the conception of the product, then it goes up to the lab and we formulate it to see if we can even make the product.
We have all the equipment we need to test it and make sure that all the chemicals are mixing together properly, that nothing is going to cause problems out in the field, that all the chemicals are stable together. And once we come up with that ideal formula here in the lab, we take it to our state-of-the-art greenhouse.
If it looks like a viable solution, we take it out to the greenhouse. We do all the screening for plant health and nutrient uptake, everything we can possibly measure.
Now, the greenhouse is important for a number of reasons. First of all, we can control a lot of the variables that I was talking about with Mother Nature, because in the greenhouse we control the temperature, the humidity, and basically the soil. We use soil that we put together. It's natural soil, but we put it together and it's all constant. So the conditions in the greenhouse are constant. And so we reduce, we don't eliminate, but we reduce considerably one of our bigger threats to research, and that's variability.
If we get the rates and the method of application and everything sorted out, we take it to the research farm.
We have 3 research sites or farms, and we can use replicated, you might say trial design, in various kinds of trial design, and there's a number of ways to evaluate in the field. But basically they have the correct experimental procedure, and that involves replication, in even terrain, the same conditions for the most part that we can possibly do in the field.
In the research farms, it's pretty much testing our products on a larger scale. So then out there we're able to not just test plant health throughout the season by taking tissue samples, soil samples, root digs throughout the growing season. In our research farms, that way we can take yield and run the statistics on the yield and see how our products perform out there. And if it makes it through all that, a lot of the time we will run it through that process over and over again to perfect it.
And our research and development team is just that. Does lots of research to continue to prove hundreds of times to ourselves so that we can prove it to a farmer one time that this is a product that will do exactly what we say it will do. It will enhance that soil environment for you to be productive. Not just today, not just next month to show the kind of differences that we continue to see every day, but all the way to yield and actually carrying forward into the soil environment for years to come.
But we also work with what we call cooperators, or you might say outside our internal family. And these cooperators can be agronomists from other companies. We've worked with agronomists from Central, for example, and that's a good example of agronomists that are in the field exploring options for their farmers. We've also worked with universities or associated type institutions. This has been an ongoing process for me anyway over the years, because the universities provide research and often very specifically to the field that you're trying to address. It represents taking a lead in having the confidence in your product to go outside, quote unquote, the family.
We're a science-based company. We bring that to the plant side of our company. I think our uniqueness is the same people are involved with the whole process, from conception to formulation to screening to the research farm. The same people are touching that product.
What I like about our approach to research is we're really hands-on. We're out there with our customers looking for the results, expecting to see the results and showing them to our customers.
At Agnition, we make sure that we aren't just looking at a number and saying, yeah, that looks better than this one does, or at a graph and saying, yep, that dot's higher than that dot, but we make sure that we're digging in deeper than that.
We work hard with our customers and with our team to prove our products every year, to share that data every year and show an updated sense of data, and really making the results real and predictable for our customers so they can be sure of what they're getting up front.
You know, I think the whole idea of science and technology, there's a lot of folks that use the word technology very loosely. And the proving process is hard work. It means people get their hands dirty. It means that they're out making root digs and tissue samples and greenhouse work on a daily basis that stands behind our product. It stands also behind the independent farmer that is trying to make some choices and sort out all the information that he's starting to receive. That Ignition can stand tall and strong in being able to represent ourselves and our products behind that, I think is a very powerful message for all of American and worldwide agriculture.